There are additional people in opposition. Please, if you have a new point to make, do make it. And tell us who you are and your position.
And Madam Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Jim Ricketts. I'm the co-founder and treasurer of Tea Party United. I've bought guns at gun shows, including at the Cow Palace. Each time I bought a gun at a gun show, I had a 10-day waiting period. I went through a federal background check. Now, I've owned firearms of one kind or another for over 50 years, half a century. And not once in that time have I ever pointed a firearm, loaded or unloaded, at another human being. So don't try and tell me just because I like guns, I'm some kind of murderer. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, I'm Peter Buxton, a constituent of Mr. Leno's. I live in San Francisco, have lived there for almost a half a century. I, a few years ago, invited Mr. Leno repeatedly to come and speak before a group that I used to run. It no longer exists. I no longer have time to run it, the Republican Roundtable. I was never able to schedule that event, and I think that was very sad that did not happen. Now, let me go back to my background. I am an antique gun collector and, in fact, a book collector and a sword collector. When you see me at a gun show, I probably will have a sword or something like it under my arm, and I'll be talking to people who have them there. I am not buying any modern handguns, but there's something else. For about 30 or 40 years, roughly now, I have been doing my own studies on the prohibition of alcohol. And the parallels to what is going on here are astonishing if you have not been familiar with them. Number one, there was a constant bombardment for decades prior to the passage of prohibition that alcohol was the primary cause of both insanity and violence. I'm happy to document that if anybody wants to question it. Number two, there were organizations such as the Anti-Saloon League who said, look at the saloons. They're filthy places with filthy people in them, drinking, spitting on the sidewalk. And look at the maps. There were maps drawn in the 1870s and 80s showing high crime areas, and people would point to them and say, the saloons are the center of it. Shut the saloons. Cut off the alcohol, the violence would go away, and that's how we got Al Capone. I thank you.
Madam Chairman, I'm Daniel Silverman, California State Coordinator for Gun Rights Across America, author and contributor to thetruthaboutguns.com, and co-host of Gun Zone Radio, and we oppose this bill.
My name is Robert Nagel, and for all the reasons said before, I just wanted to voice my strong opposition to this bill.
Thank you.
My name is Dennis Wade. I represent CalGuns.net. It's the largest online community of gun owners and gun shooting enthusiasts. Many of them, being an online community, are from the Bay Area. They support the Bay Area gun shows, and criminals do not purchase legally guns and use it in gun violence. Restricting people who legally purchase guns is what we oppose. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Ray Antonio. I'm a member of Mr. Wade's aforementioned CalGuns.net group. I'm here to oppose this bill.
James Keller, representing myself and my family. I voice strong opposition to this bill as it is not constitutional on the grounds of the First and Second Amendment. I would also like to state that instead of wasting our time on bills that will not stop gun violence, we should use our efforts more wisely to stop things like this from happening, because it is truly a tragedy.
Good morning, Madam Chair. My name is Chris Coates. I'm a Calguns member as well and a proud gun owner. And I feel for everyone here that's been affected by violence, and I too do not want to see violence in the community. Well, like it's been stated, the gun show is not the source for it. No firearm has ever been recovered that has been used or bought at the Cow Palace and been used in a crime. And I just wanted to voice strong opposition to this bill. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Alan Bueller, and I'm a concerned citizen, and I oppose this bill.
I'm Stephanie Hardgrave, co-founder of Californians Opposing Gun Restrictions, and we oppose this bill.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you just briefly said where you're from in California.
Paradise.
Thank you.
Nora Bueller, and I'm from Modesto, California, grandmother of 12, and I strongly oppose this bill.
My name is Nancy Larned. I'm from Roseville, member of the Placer Tea Party. The name of the event is a gun show, but that's not all that's sold there. All the other vendors who are selling all kinds of things, some have nothing to do with guns, they will also lose their place to sell those things. These are small businesses, individual proprietors. This will hurt them as well. I oppose this bill.
Thank you.
My name is Ben Aguilar. I'm a student at the University of the Pacific. I'm here representing myself and my family from Valley Springs, California, and I strongly oppose this bill.
Good morning. My name's Paul Raymond from Corona, and I strongly oppose this bill. Every gun that I've seen ever purchased at a gun show has been registered, and they've gone through a background check, including myself. So I think we're all okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Michael Flanagan, presently living in Citrus Heights, lived 25 years in San Francisco. Just wish to remind you that criminals don't buy guns legally. They'll buy them out of that trunk of the lady that was said at the corner.
Good morning. My name is Brandon Johnson. I'm from Nevada County, and I oppose this bill.
Good morning. My name is Chase Buchanan. I'm from Sacramento. I strongly oppose this bill.
My name is David Powell. I'm from West Sacramento, representing the Watchmen. We strongly oppose this bill.
Kelly Stanfield, Lincoln, California. We the people have a right to defend ourselves. With that thought in mind, I do not agree with your limiting actions. I oppose this bill and all bills that seek to take away our Second Amendment rights.
My name is Terry Bella. I'm from Visalia, California. I'm a retired peace officer. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. I ask that you don't take away any of our rights. I oppose this bill.
My name is Tobin George from Glendale, and I strongly oppose this bill.
Good morning. My name is Ethan Hagerbomber. I'm from Alameda, California. I also strongly oppose this bill.
Russ Thomas from Pasadena, California. I strongly oppose this bill. I've met a lot of good people at gun shows. I'm a professional pilot. It's important for me to surround myself by good people, and there's a lot of good people at gun shows, responsible people. Thank you.
My name's Gordon Hargrave. I'm from Quincy, California. I'm a retired hospital worker. I worked on an ambulance for 20 years, so I know what some of these people are talking about. And I have been on cases where there has been gunshots, and I sympathize with anybody that has lost a loved one with guns. But I have been on so many more drunk driving car accidents that have taken so many more of our children. We need to crack down on that before guns. Gun is a tool that people use for right or for wrong. And I got a feeling that if you stop the Cow Palace gun show, you're going to open a Pandora's box when it comes to state-ran facilities, because other people in other places are going to say, well, we don't want this at this facility, or we don't want that. It's not going to stop with just gun shows. They'll start limiting more things. So I'm against this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Virginia Wagner, Rockland, California, with Placer Tea Party, and I strongly oppose this bill. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Deborah Jackson. I'm from the Placer Tea Party. I'm a retired law enforcement officer. I've had 20 years of law enforcement. I strongly oppose this bill. This bill will do nothing to prevent criminals from illegally obtaining handguns. The shows such as Cow Palace and the ones that we have in Sacramento, law-abiding citizens go through the process of obtaining their weapons legally. They do not walk out with weapons as previously given in testimony here. This bill will do nothing to prevent criminals from obtaining handguns or other weapons. Thank you.
I'm Sonia Kupler. I'm also with the Placer Tea Party. I'm part of the leadership. I'm from Loomis, California, and I also strongly oppose this bill.
My name is Sarah Batson, and I'm here. I'm also the co-founder of Californians Opposing Gun Restrictions. I'm from Sonora, California. We oppose this bill because we feel that it will do nothing but take the rights away of law-abiding citizens to defend themselves in those communities, which obviously have a violence problem.
My name is Benjamin Mays. I was born and raised in San Francisco and resided in the Mission District, currently living in Vacaville, California, and I strongly oppose this bill.
Good morning. My name is Michael Maslanik. I'm from Citrus Heights. I'm a California licensed civil engineer. I represent myself, my family, my friends, and my neighbors. And as law-abiding citizens, contributing members of the California population, we refuse to be punished for the actions of criminals, and we oppose this bill. Thank you.
My name is Judy Delgado, and I'm from Roseville, California. I've been a lifetime citizen of the United States, and I was taught the Constitution in high school, in grade school, and I strongly oppose any bill that takes away any of our rights. I am a victim of violence. I'm a victim of abuse. I'm a victim, but it wasn't caused by the gun. It was caused by alcohol. It was caused by drugs. Mental state, that has a big thing to do with gun violence. And it's not, you guys keep putting the name gunman, gun violence. It's not gun violence. It's mental state of individuals that do not know how to control themselves. They might be on psychotropic drugs, legally or illegally. I think that's the main cause of the problem nowadays. Lack of morals, lack of parental guidance. There are just so many other reasons that violence is occurring. And I'm so sorry that your children have had to be victims of violence as well. I'm so sorry for your grief as a parent, because I'm a parent too. I'm a grandmother. But please don't take away our rights to protect ourselves and our grandchildren, both in our homes or outside of our homes. This is our livelihood, people. Please, I beg of you, don't take away our rights. Thank you.
Thank you. There's one more speaker.
Thank you. My name is Scott Sterling. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I've lived there all my life, and I strongly, in the strongest terms, oppose this piece of legislation. Thank you.
Thank you.